that is basically a running scan for you, and this will just pop up stocks like crazy for you while they're trading. Another option here on the alerts is the custom limit alert, and the custom limit alert basically allows you to put in a ticker. So I put in, let's say, AIB. Now I'm looking at the last price equal or greater than right now, so we'll change that to equal or less than. So you want to see when AIB gets to a certain price, and we're going to say 250 here, and we put in for buy on AIB. Now I know that it's actually gotten below 250, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit on this. Now you can be notified by email. You check off the email box, you enter your email in here, or by pop-up. Pop-up is also going to give you, and we'll go to the settings here for it, on our trading alerts. If you have checked off on it the limit alerts, you check off the beep, it'll give you a beep once AIB hits 250 or less. Okay. Another way that you can do it, and you see I did it for HBWO here, is you can set a volume alert on it. So you can go to dollar volume, and you can say equal or greater than, equal or less than, and then put your figure in there, and basically that has my alert set up for me. So when the volume gets more than 15,000 on HBWO, it's going to pop up and tell me HBWO is running. So that's that one there. The next thing I'm going to show you over here, and this is probably the coolest thing about Equity Feed, because Equity Feed is the fastest, by far the fastest news feed there is out there. I usually have my E-Trade platform running as well, and although it's fast, the Equity Feed news seems to come out anywhere from exactly the same time to 5 to 10 minutes faster, and that can be a huge difference. That can be the difference between you being a bag holder and making a ton of money. So your news and filings is going to look just like this, and again you can change the window size on it. You can select your markets. We could look at just the pennies if we wanted. Stock types. I want to get it, you want to play around with this so that you get rid of the ones that you're not interested in seeing, because during the day you get a lot of news comes out. I mean, you're getting absolutely everything that comes out. So you got news and PR, SEC filings, you can keep that checked or uncheck it if you want, pump and dump news and earnings news. So any of those that you want to leave in there. And then you can also filter it. You can filter it by volume and filter it by the price and all that sort of thing as well. Now, again, you can rate these to the last price. We have percentage change in there. I'd like to move that over to here. But probably the way you want to look at your news is you want to rank it by the time, so that way that you're getting a pop-up each time news comes out. Now, as I said, you got a lot of BS that you got to filter through. I mean, here's a news on the World Cup, but if it involves the ticker at all, then you're going to get the news come up on it. Now, you can also search your news, so you can search it by a keyword, and you can filter it, and then you can find any news that's mentioning that keyword that you put in. And that's basically on your news. And again, once you have your settings made on it, you click that floppy this thing down on the very bottom left hand corner to save your settings, so that next time you open up news, it'll already have filtered out all the stuff that you want to filter out of it. And again, you can clone it, you can set it up, you can set up different filters on different news feeds that you look at. Now, once you find a news that you like, let's say that you like the news on tone, and you wanted to take a look at tone, you're going to click the day trade montage. If you just click the ticker, and this is going to give you up this box here. Your ticker is going to be up here, and you can change that ticker whenever you want. And then you have your chart, and you can apply presets to the chart if you want. This reuse button here will allow you to look at several different day trade montages at the same time. The default is a 2-day, 2-minute chart. It's a line chart, so you can change that. And if you wanted to look at a 15-day chart on it to see what was going on in the past, you can change the time that you're looking at. You can change it to a daily chart if you want. Daily chart will allow you up to a year. You can look at a line, a bar, or a candle chart. You can make your chart size bigger, and you can also add in technical indicators. So let's say you wanted to add in Bollinger Bands, for instance, or you wanted to add in let's say slow stochastic. I'll put that in there as well. And your cursor, you can change your cursor here. Around that, this is the crosshairs I'm looking at right here. You can draw trend lines. Okay. Now over here you have your level 1, and that basically is going to give you the volume, the dollar volume, the number of trades, the last trade, the bid, the ask, the open, the high, the low, the close, the net change, the percentage change, your 52-week high and your 52-week low. And you can just click on that there, and it'll show you the previous day if you want to look at a previous day. And then down here you have the time and sales. And the time and sales are going to give you each individual order as it goes through. And the sales are going to come up in red, and the buys are going to come up in green, and then the ones in white are the ones that were in between the buys and the sells. It's going to give you the number of shares here as well, and the time that it went through. So during the day, while there's trades going through on this, now let's say that you looked at a stock, or you saw something in the news, that some stock was doing a reverse merger or something like that. You'd click on this, and straight away you'd see the orders going through on it. If you didn't see any orders going through on it yet, you might decide, I'm not too late on it, and jump in and put a buy order in on it. Or if you see it flying out of control, you know, there's definitely interest on this news, and that may prompt you to put a buy in on it. So again, you've got to decide how to play it based on how you like to play. Now down here you're going to get the news, the historical news on the chart, or on the stock that you're looking at, and you can click on any of these news items, and it'll pull up another window for you with that news story in there. You can read it. Another thing you can do, and I think this is really cool, is you can click on this one here. It gives you news on chart. So everything you see up here with the yellow dot on it is where news came out on the chart. So you can see how news affects the stock right on the chart. It's a really cool option that you have on that. You can also put in the any SEC filings that they have and see how they played out on the chart as well. Another thing you can look at is the tab down here, which is averages. It'll give you the 5-day, 10, 15, 20, 30, and 60-day volume average, the price average on it. You go to pivot points. It will tell you where the pivot point is, where your resistance points are, where your support points are. And if you're signed up with TD Ameritrade, you can actually also trade right from this as well. So that's the news and the day trade montage on this, and that's the last item of the first class. And I will probably make another tape for the next part of the class. We'll have historical news, news tape, deal wire, news alerts. Then you got your watch list, your charts level 2, which I don't have, so I can't go over it. Toolbox and settings. But thanks for joining me anyway today, and see you guys in the room. Thank you.